Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here, and here is the camera comparison of two smartphones with great camera hardware, the Redmi Note 7 Pro with the Realme 3 Pro. Both the smartphones have good camera hardware for the price segment it is being offered, so let's find out how they perform in this price segment. While the Redmi Note 7 Pro has a 48 megapixel sensor, the Realme 3 Pro has 16 megapixel shooter which is capable of 64 megapixel photos. In terms of the camera hardware, the Realme 3 Pro comes with a dual camera setup with primary 16 megapixel f1.7 aperture camera and a secondary 5 megapixel depth sensing camera. It also packs an LED flash along with dual pixel autofocus. The phone also comes with a 25 megapixel camera with f2.0 aperture and screen flash is included for low light selfies. The Redmi Note 7 Pro on the other hand comes with a 48 megapixel f1.7 primary camera with Sony IMX586 sensor. There is also a secondary 5 megapixel camera for depth sensing. On the front panel it has a 13 megapixel f2.0 selfie camera along with screen flash. First up, let's have a look at the video recording. Here both the smartphones can record videos in 1080p resolution with electronic image stabilization. Both the devices also offer 1080p resolution at 60 fps and 4K recording. The video quality looks good on both the phones and colors are also quite good. But neither of them have the perfect EIS implementation and the video looks a bit jittery even with EIS on both the smartphones. The dynamic range seems to be a tad better on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Next up, the daylight captures. Looking at the pictures, you can see both the devices offer good details and colors. The color tone is a bit warmer on the Redmi Note 7 Pro, while the Realme 3 Pro is more of a neutral tone. But having said that, if you look at the paint on the house here, the Redmi Note 7 Pro has got the color right, while the Realme 3 Pro color doesn't look natural. The sky colors are also more natural on the Redmi Note 7 Pro, while the Realme 3 Pro tends to make it a bit bluish than it actually is. The dynamic range is also quite good on the Redmi Note 7 Pro when compared to the Realme 3 Pro. Now looking at this image, you can see both the smartphones have the tendency to saturate the greens. When you zoom into the pictures, you can see the Redmi Note 7 Pro offers better sharpness levels and details when compared to the Realme 3 Pro. While the Realme 3 Pro boasts of 64 megapixel mode, the Redmi Note 7 Pro has a 48 megapixel sensor. Looking at the photos taken in this mode, the Redmi Note 7 Pro offers better details. Now moving on to the close-up shots. Here both the devices offer great details and sharpness levels and looks great overall. But the colors are more natural and consistent on the Redmi Note 7 Pro when compared to the Realme 3 Pro. Next up, the portrait shots. Here one thing to notice is that the Redmi Note 7 Pro offers sharper portraits while the Realme 3 Pro is more of saturated one. Also, the background blur seems to be intense on the Realme 3 Pro. And the edge detection seems to be good on both the phones. But here again, the Redmi Note 7 Pro takes the lead. Next, the low light captures. Here both the devices are capable of good low light images for the price segment. Here again, colors are more natural on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Another area where the Redmi Note 7 Pro excels is the sharpness levels. Now moving to the night mode or the nightscape mode. Here again the Redmi Note 7 Pro emerges as a winner on two counts, one being better details and second being sharper images. The Realme 3 Pro, in the process of reducing noise, tends to make the images a bit softer. Finally, the selfie experience. While the Redmi Note 7 Pro has 13 megapixel selfie camera, the Realme 3 Pro settles for 25 megapixel AI selfie camera. The selfies looks good on both the devices, but the Redmi Note 7 Pro looks a bit more sharper. It is a tough job to pick a winner in terms of the selfie performance, so we would leave it to our viewers to decide which one they like. Both the devices have good low light selfies as well. The portrait selfie mode on both the devices looks pretty good. The Realme 3 Pro has stronger bokeh while the Redmi Note 7 Pro looks sharper. The edge detection is quite good and similar on both the devices. So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Realme 3 Pro, which can record videos in 1080p resolution, so you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the audio output from the front camera on the Realme 3 Pro.
So this is the front facing camera sample taken with the Redmi Note 7 Pro, which can record videos in 1080p resolution. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the videos and also the audio output from the front camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro.
So that is a comparison of the Redmi Note 7 Pro with the Realme 3 Pro in terms of the camera department. So which is the real pro in terms of the camera performance? When we reviewed the camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro, we mentioned it is currently the best camera smartphone below the 15K price segment. So does the Realme 3 Pro beat the Note 7 Pro and take the crown? Not really. The Realme 3 Pro gets closer to the Note 7 Pro in terms of the quality but falls short in color reproduction and also sharper details. So based on our testing, the Redmi Note 7 Pro still remains as the best camera smartphone below the 15K price segment. So that was a detailed comparison of the Redmi Note 7 Pro with the Realme 3 Pro in terms of the camera department. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.